Hello viewers, welcome to my English class. Now I am taking up the future tense. And there are four forms in the future tense: simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. And I'll discuss all these things in the detailed way in the coming presentations. So now take up the simple future, or it can be called future indefinite. So simple future or future indefinite. First, we should take the structure or construction, how to construct sentences in the simple future. So whenever we want to say future, whenever we want to express in the future, we should use shall or will. Shall or will. But in the previous presentations, I expressed one or two ways of future actions in the simple present and present continuous. In those tenses, we can express a certain types of future actions, but there it was some limited to only certain actions. But here, all the different types of future actions can be expressed by using shall or will. Let us know all these things in a detailed way. So shall or will. Whenever you want to express the futurity of an action, you should use shall or will. Or whenever you find shall or will in sentences, you must understand that an action belongs to future time. So first let us take up the structure of simple future. So as usual, subject plus shall or will plus, see, the name of the tense is simple future, but here we have to use present tense form of verb. Present tense form of verb plus object. So subject plus shall or will plus present tense form of verb plus object. And some of you may have a doubt. So how can we use present tense form in the simple future tense? So need not worry. Whenever we find shall or will, it shows that the sentence is in future tense. So whenever we want to express the futurity of an action, we should use shall or will. So shall or will decides the tense of the sentence, not the verb. So need not to worry about the future tense, present tense form of verb. So you should use shall or will. So shall or will auxiliaries or helping verbs decides the futurity of an action. So simple future, subject plus shall or will plus present tense form of verb plus object. Then the question arises, where should we use shall or will? There are many rules in the usage of shall or will, but just I'll explain two rules which are very important. The basic rule is, with the first person I, we should use shall. With all the second and third persons, you, he, she, it, they, noun in singular, noun in plural, all these belong to second and third persons. With all these persons, we can use will. That is the first and basic rule. And another point is there, will is allowed with all the persons. Say, I, we. Basically, we should use shall, you, he, she, it, noun in singular, noun in plural, and of course they is there. With all these, we should use will. And you can take one verb. I shall play a match. And here plus do plus some work. Some work like that. So with shall, we have to use I, we. With will, with all the numbers. and other rule is there, will is used with all the persons. So, I will is allowed, we will is also allowed. But in general circumstances, you shall, he shall not allowed. So, remember this rule first. With I, we should use shall the auxiliary. With all the persons, we should use will is the auxiliary. And will is allowed to use with all the persons. So, that rule is enough. So, take the examples. I shall play a match. We shall play a match. You will do some work. He will do some work. She will do some work. It will do some work. Noun in singular. So, any name. Raju will do some work. The boy will do some work. The girl will do some work. They will do some work. So, like that. So, practice this structure. The basic point. This is the basic point. Practice this thoroughly. And I will give some more examples. So, some more examples. First, remember the structure. Subject, shall or will, present tense form of verb plus object. So, examples. I shall buy a new cell phone. I shall buy. As I told you, with I and we can use shall. I shall buy, present tense form of verb. We shall get a message. So, we shall get a message. Again, present tense form of verb. And here onwards, we can use will. Remember, will is allowed to use with all the persons. With I and we also, you can use will. I will buy a new cell phone, you can say, no problem. We will get a message, you can say, no problem. So, let us see the usage of will. You will win the toss. He will pay the bill. So, subject he or she and will. Present tense form of verb. Sweta will know the fact. Sweta, name, will, should use will only like this. Sweta will know the fact. Shiva will sing the prayer song. We shall attend the function. Here with we, I used will instead of shall. So, you can use like that. We will attend the function. They will help the victims. So, they will help. So, in all these examples, only present tense form, get, win, pay, sing, know, attend, help. So, present tense form. But before that, shall, will, like this. So, this usage of shall and will decides the tense of that sentence. So, whenever you find shall or will like this sentence belongs to future tense. Whenever you want to express future actions, you should use shall or will. Remember this point, and I will explain the question form and negative form later. So, next, interrogative form of the simple future. So, first, look at the structure once again. Subject to shall or will, present tense form of verb plus object. Now, how to make it an interrogative sentence or interrogative form? So, as usual, you should see the structure. It is very simple. Shall or will must be placed here. So, interrogative form. Interrogative form, you know there are two types of questions, yes, no questions and WH questions. So, we will take both the structures here. Shall or will plus subject. Subject plus present tense form plus object. So, shall or will plus subject plus present tense form of verb plus object. This is the structure of yes, no questions. And let us take the second type of questions, WH word, and same is the structure, plus shall or will plus subject may be there and may not be there depends on the WH word we use. So subject plus present tense form plus object. If necessary, we use object, otherwise no object. So in the same way, negative form also we can take. Negative form, subject plus shall or will, and we should use not. I shall not, I will not, plus same verb, present tense form plus object. So subject shall or will plus not plus present tense form of verb plus object. So this is a negative form, and I'll take one example. So examples for interrogative and negative sentences. So remember the structure once again: subject plus shall or will plus present tense form, and I explain the interrogative form. First we should change the place of shall or will. So shall or will plus subject plus present tense form plus object, and WH word plus shall or will plus subject plus present tense form of verb. So this is one example for affirmative. I shall meet you tomorrow. I shall meet you tomorrow. Shall meet. So that is the structure. Basing on the structure, we can take this sentence. How to make it a negative? First interrogative. We'll see the interrogative first, later negative. So interrogative is very easy, very simple. Already we have this auxiliary, and auxiliary must be placed here. So shall I meet you tomorrow? Shall I meet you tomorrow? Don't change the form. Same form should be there. Shall I meet you tomorrow? So that is the question, interrogative form, and you can take WH question. So the WH word must be according to the sentence or situation. So you can use when. When shall I meet you? When shall I meet you? Tomorrow is not necessary. When shall I meet you? So I shall meet you tomorrow. That is the answer. Shall I meet you tomorrow? Answer only yes, no. That's all. That's why that's called yes, no question. And this question expects a complete answer. When shall I meet you? So that is complete answer is expected here. Next, negative form. I shall not. So simply we have to use not along with shall. I shall not meet you tomorrow. So I shall not meet you tomorrow. This is a negative form. So take this example. They will explain their problem. So here I used will. So for change. They will explain their problem. Simply the place of will is shifted. Will they explain their problem? Will they explain their problem? So the will is placed here. Will they explain their problem? And I can use who. Who will explain their problem? Who will explain their problem? Here subject is not used because they is the answer. They will explain their problem. So interrogative word here who is used. Next, negative form. They will not. You should use not. They will not explain their problem. No question mark, only full stop. They will not explain their problem. So, will not explain, present tense form. Take the other examples. Soumya will send you a gift. Soumya will send you a gift. So, will must be placed. Will Soumya send you a gift? That is question. Will Soumya send you a gift? That is yes no question. Next, who will send you a gift? Then answer will be Soumya. Soumya will send you a gift. Who will send you a gift? Who? Question beginning with WH word. You can make other question also. What will Soumya send you? You can use what also in this context. What will Soumya send you? Then answer, Soumya will send you a gift. So a gift will be the answer. And negative form, Soumya will not send you a gift. So this is negative form. So in this way, you can frame different types of sentences basing on this structure, the structure of simple future, subject to shall or will plus present tense form of a plus object. So this is the basic structure, and basing on this structure, you can frame affirmative sentence, interrogative sentence and negative sentence. So practice it thoroughly, then you can learn the usage of simple future in the next video presentation. Thank you for watching.